Ernest Hemingway, writer and journalist. In going where you have to go, and doing what you have to do, and seeing what you have to see, you'll dull and blunt the instrument you write with. But I would rather have it bent and dull and know I had to put it to the grindstone again and hammer it into shape and put a whetstone to it, and know that I had something to write about, than to have it bright and shining and nothing to say, or smooth and well-oiled in the closet, but unused. There is nothing to writing. All you do is sit down at a typewriter and bleed. In order to write about life, first you must live it. We are all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a master. Writing, at its best, is a lonely life. Anyone who says he wants to be a writer and isn't writing, doesn't. It's none of their business that you have to learn how to write. Let them think you were born that way. Write drunk, edit sober. My writing is nothing, my boxing is everything. To be successful in writing, use short sentences. There is no rule on how to write. Sometimes it comes easily and perfectly, sometimes it's like drilling rock and then blasting it out with charges. All my life I've looked at words as though I were seeing them for the first time. Write hard and clear about what hurts. What difference does it make if you live in a picturesque little outhouse surrounded by 300 feeble-minded goats and your faithful dog? The question is, can you write? All you have to do is write one true sentence. Write the truest sentence that you know. The hard part about writing a novel is finishing it. You can write any time people will leave you alone and not interrupt you. Or rather, you can if you will be ruthless enough about it. But the best writing is certainly when you are in love. Organizations for writers palliate the writer's loneliness, but I doubt if they improve his writing. For he does his work alone, and if he is a good enough writer he must face eternity, or the lack of it, each day. You know you're writing well when you're throwing good stuff into the wastebasket. If a writer stops observing, he is finished. Experience is communicated by small details intimately observed. When writing a novel, a writer should create living people, people not characters. A character is a caricature. A man's got to take a lot of punishment to write a really funny book. All good books are alike in that they are truer than if they had really happened, and after you are finished reading one you will feel that all that happened to you and afterwards it all belongs to you, the good and the bad, the ecstasy, the remorse and sorrow, the people and the places and how the weather was. If you can get so that you can give that to people, then you are a writer. Poor Faulkner. Does he really think big emotions come from big words? He thinks I don't know the $10 words. I know them all right. But there are older and simpler and better words, and those are the ones I use. Once writing has become your major vice and greatest pleasure, only death can stop it. Financial security then is a great help, as it keeps you from worrying. Writing and travel broaden your ass if not your mind, and I like to write standing up. Remember to get the weather in your damn book. Weather is very important. The hardest thing to do is to write straight, honest prose on human beings. First you have to know the subject, then you have to know how to write. Both take a lifetime to learn, and anybody is cheating who takes politics as a way out. All the outs are too easy, and the thing itself is too hard to do. There are events which are so great that if a writer has participated in them, his obligation is to write truly rather than assume the presumption of altering them with invention. The best writing is certainly when you are in love. I'm not going to get into the ring with Tolstoy. Eschew the monumental. Shun the epic. All the guys who can paint great big pictures can paint great small ones. Work every day. No matter what has happened the day or night before, get up and bite on the nail.